The Bulgarian National Revival, Bulgarian, Balgarsko nacionalno Vazrazhdane or simply, Vazrazhdane, sometimes called the Bulgarian Renaissance, was a period of socio-economic development and national integration among Bulgarian people under Ottoman rule. It is commonly accepted to have started with the historical book, Istoriya Slavyanobolgarskaya, written in 1762 by Paisius, a Bulgarian monk of the Hilandar monastery at Mount Athos, and lasted until the liberation of Bulgaria in 1878 as a result of the Russo-Turkish War of 1877–78. The period is remarkable for its characteristic architecture, which can still be observed in old Bulgarian towns such as Tryagna, Koprivnica, and Veliko Tarnovo, the rich literary heritage of authors like Ivan Vazov and Risto Botev that inspired the Bulgarian struggle for independence and an autonomous church, and the April Uprising, a significant event of armed opposition to Ottoman rule, which ultimately led to the Russo-Turkish Liberation War of 1877–78. The significant changes in the Bulgarian society, the freedom of economic initiative and religious choice led to the formation of the Bulgarian nation in its ethnic borders and common territory embracing the lands of Mysia, including Dobruja, Thrace, and Macedonia. The Bulgarian National Revival is traditionally divided into three periods, the first from the 18th until the beginning of the 19th century, the second from the Ottoman reforms of the 1820s to the 1850s until the Crimean War, and the third from the Crimean War until the liberation of Bulgaria in 1878. The beginning of the Bulgarian National Revival has been a topic of intensified discussion in the past. According to contemporaries of the period, it began in the 1820s. Later Marin Drynov suggested the actual beginning was marked by the writing of Istoriya Slavyanobolgarskaya by Paisius of Hilandar. According to an even later assumption by Risto-Dev, the period began in the beginning of the 17th century after the end of the Koprolu era and in the beginning of the Tula period in the rule of the Phanarites. The prevailing opinion in contemporary historiography is that the Bulgarian National Revival's beginning is marked by the first clear processes of decomposition in the Ottoman Empire. The April Uprising led to the liberation and the end of the revival. It is universally accepted that the Bulgarian National Revival ended with the liberation of Bulgaria. This is meant only to include the Principality of Bulgaria, as revival processes continued until later in eastern Rumelia and Macedonia. Paisius of Hilandar, Sophronius of Wrocław, Peter Baron, Nathan Jarov, Miladinovi brothers, Vasil Aprilov, Ivan Vazov, Elias Riggs, Neofit Rilski, Logan Karavelov, Vasil Levski, Risto Botev, Georgy Bankovsky, Stefan Karadza, Vasil Drumev, Georgy Savarakovsky, Stefan Stambolov, Bacho Kiro. References and notes